So I was thinking I might make this a two-part video, just because it's going to be so long to get through these cards. Let's see if I can just zip that a bit. And here we go again. This is all the movie stuff, so I think we're done now with all the art, and now we're on to the movie images. All randomly put together. I have no idea what's going on with this. Is this all the Premiere stuff? Okay, apparently it's in some kind of logical order, which I come back here, Yoda. There we are. So they're in some form of logical order. Rogue One. And we've also got the Clone Wars in here. Oops, put that down, I'll put my hand there. Kind of difficult, a little bit difficult to do this in a quick fashion, but we'll attempt it. And does that look blurry? No, it seems to be okay. Clone Wars Season 3, my goodness, it just goes on and on. I've never watched any, well, I think I've watched one episode of something on the plane at one point, just out of curiosity, but the Clone Wars and stuff doesn't really interest me too much. However, the Republic Commando game kind of was pretty cool. And I tell you what I'd like to see would be the a new trilogy or a new movie or something based on the Old Republic. So instead of rehashing the same stuff over and over and over and over again, we should go right the way back, because there's so much opportunity to create something so cool. And of course they want to do a Game of Thrones type television series, which has now been done how many times? So we've got Game of Thrones, we've got Westworld, and then we'll have Star Wars. And the only way that they can pull it off is to have it as a very, 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 very adults only version of Star Wars, where you've got a lot of killing, I suppose, a lot of backstabbing, political intrigue, all that kind of stuff. Then it would be interesting. But if it's going to be a live action cartoon, well, let's see how far that goes. I'm not sure what all this is about. Significant moments? I don't know. But here's our Empire Strikes Back. So in terms of the cards themselves, they're fairly decent design, fairly decent quality, good imagery in terms of the quality of the print. They're nice, I guess, to hold. I'm just throwing them around, obviously, as you can see. Well, I guess they've been somewhat color corrected. So they are a nice set. I know that I wouldn't mind having a set of the Star Wars black and whites. They're pretty cool. So black and white, I've got two opinions on. The cards are pretty cool because they're black and white and they look like very good prints, and the presentation of them was really good. The idea behind it was rubbish. Okay, another quick knockoff for Star Wars that we can get some money, duping the poor people into thinking they're going to get autographs, but when they're going to get autographs of number 16 Stormtrooper, some alien that was never seen in the film. I mean, that kind of really annoys me about Star Wars at the moment, and Topps and whoever else produces this stuff. They're just looking for a quick buck, really. I mean, if the sets were really cheap, like, you know, a couple of bucks for a pack, or, you know, something that's attainable by the average kid rolling down to the dairy on their BMX, I mean, wouldn't have much of a issue with that. But I mean, they were cheap compared to other sets, which were still expensive, in my books anyway. And it's that, you know, that small chance of getting a listing autograph. I mean, come on. And then you fill the product with rubbish, and then you try and pull off this, oh, we've changed the cut. Nobody can tell what the difference in the colour is between the cards, but we've got these parallel sets as well, and oh, that's amazing. You could just come out with a great set, you know. Great economical set that you could just add to your collection. And that was the New Hope. So I'm expecting to see Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi probably, and they'll just milk the whole system. I mean, at this point of the set, I'm just kind of lost a bit. I guess looking through the films was kind of not that appealing, so I'd be more interested in this kind of, what, nostalgia. I'll show you that card properly. There's nostalgia art, the promotional stuff. I mean, that's interesting, but looking at pictures from the movies, yeah, not really sold by that. See, these are all upside down. Here we go. So we're back into the movie posters. First movie I saw, I don't know if I've mentioned this before in any of the other videos, but the first movie I saw of Star Wars was The Empire Strikes Back. So I watched it out of order right from the beginning. And I remember going into a video store where they had clear perspex card holders or something. So they've taken a photocopy of the movie cover, which back in those days was the VHS movie cover, and they put it inside a clear perspex slip, I guess you could roughly call it, and they hung it on a peg or a hook on the wall. And so you went around and you took one of those off the wall and brought it up to the counter, and they gave you a video. This is my just jumping completely off topic now. This is my favorite book series, and I think, to be honest, this series relaunched Star Wars 1991. Yeah, so that's when Star Wars took its second wind, and it's been going strong ever since. I also picked up audio plays, or I don't know what you could call them, audio books, tapes back in the day, around about the same time, 91, 92, 93 in the US, and I listened to those for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And they were just fantastic. And that's when Star Wars was reborn. And the expanded universe has gone on for years and years, and thousands of books now. I still like the X-Wing series and the Thrawn original series. All the other ones are kind of loosely written. I haven't really come across a really great book since that I'd rave about. In fact, they should have done a Thrawn film. They should have just taken that series of books and made it into a film, and it would have been absolutely successful. beyond a doubt. Beyond a doubt. And we're into the games now. This was an awesome game. A little bit dated now, but totally awesome back in the day. Getting a bit of glare off the lights because, of course, we're in the middle of the daytime and it's dark. Starting to get a bit better, starting to clear up a bit, but play a bit of this. Kind of fun. Bit of fun. Clone Wars. Haven't read this book. I think I've probably got it on ebook somewhere. The complete saga. Yes, they still need to re-release the originals in HD, don't they? Angry Birds Star Wars. Good old Angry Birds. And the next card, of course, I have played this game pretty much to death. Absolutely love it. Doesn't work on my computer anymore. How amazing is that? Oops, upside down. Getting very, very close to the end. Here's The Force Awakens. The last two films of 40 years. And then we're going to wait for the 50th year series to get the other remaining films. And Rogue One. And there we have it. The end of this. And I'm just going to sign off right now because I realise we're at 12 minutes. So see you on the next one.